What is up, guys? How are we doing? I know it's been kind of a few months since my last interview, which was with Primal Vice, which was a great interview, by the way. And I see there's people tuning in. We got Reynaldo Rivas from Rock DNA Music. What is up, Reynaldo? How you doing, my brother? All right, we got Chain Ripper, Thrash fans from Michigan. What is up? Wyatt is here. Taylor, what is up, my guys? So, let's just get over with today, shall we? Not only today, we're gonna have the interview with Drako Memphist, which is a black metal. He's from a black metal band located in Puerto Rico. Now, I'm from Puerto Rico, and I've never heard of this band before. But when I did have the chance, there was a lot of things going on around that time. And Drako and we've known each other for, I really want to say, maybe 3 years and a half. When I discovered all the things he's been doing right now when it comes to the black metal scene in Puerto Rico, I didn't quite knew that. So today is the big day. We're going to be interviewing him, and he's going to be talking to us a little bit more about the metal scene in Puerto Rico, the black metal scene in Puerto Rico, and a little bit more in general about everything when it comes to black metal. And so, as you guys know, today is the day in which Chuck Schuldiner passed away. Unfortunately, it's been 19 years. 19 years since his passing. It's very, very, it's very heavy. So, let me lower that voice. There we go. So it's been 19 years since Chuck Schuldiner passed away due to brain cancer. Today, December 13th, from 2001. That's why, as you can see here, I'm paying my respect and tribute to him. So cheers to Chuck Schuldiner. All right. So I'm pretty sure you guys are ready, because right now we just got Drako Memphist. He is right here. Thank you, Reynaldo. Thank you for that detail. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is now we're going to invite Drako Memphist. He is located right now in the north side, close to New York City, but he is originally from Puerto Rico. And we're going to be interviewing right now with Drako Memphist. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Vincent. Appreciate it, man. We got something to talk about with your logo. So, you ready? All right, here we go. To Drako. Let's see what we got here. All right, Drako, can you hear me?
Hails you.
All right, everybody. So this is Drako Memphist, the black metal band, Puerto Rico black metal band, Nisor. Also, he has done side projects with Amok and also Andromeda's Curse. So, Drako, first of all, thank you very much for taking your time.
No, thank you to you.
It's a huge honor. I've been telling the fans that we've known each other for almost 5 years, 4 years
Yeah.
and a half. We talked a lot about everything that's been going on in Puerto Rico, everything when it has to do with the metal scene in Puerto Rico, but most importantly, most people didn't quite knew that black metal has expanded also in Puerto Rico. But today's the day that we're here to talk about a little bit more about that, about your experience and everything that has to do with the metal scene in Puerto Rico. So tell us a bit more about how Nisor started and what was the main purpose of forming the black metal scene in Puerto Rico.
Well, first of all, thank you for the chance, to the interview here. First of all, I began playing by myself 2006, 2005, and I always tried on black metal. So, for example, I started with not quite known bands on that with my friends and that in PR. And after a while, I started getting into know black metal bands from PR. For example, Serpentarian band. That's one of the bands that I had the chance to share stage with them. The thing was that I started doing my own recordings and all that. The thing was that officially I started 2005, 2010. Getting into the thing was like afterwards I started like doing my own recordings, as I say. In with Niohoggr officially I started in the 2012, but that was by my own creating all that like a solo band, solo project. The thing was that afterwards I start recording by myself everything, because I start getting a lot, trying to get people to play. But in PR, it's like not usual to hear black metal. PR is Puerto Rico is a good place. The metal scene is like really strong in PR, at least at the time where I was living in PR. Like the thrash metal was a killer scene, the death metal as well. But the black metal scene was like a little bit a taboo down there. Just like black metal bands from PR. On my knowledge and from my time, Godless, one of the first bands that started like moving like the most extreme movement. Human start moving again as well. Abatos, that was one of the band, which the vocalist, we both studied on college, so we were really friends. The thing was that when I started like with the black metal, my black metal journey, I started with Carlos, that he is Lord Ever Vulcan, that he's the vocalist of Abatos.
Right.
So we started playing together. I started playing with that band guitar at first, which at that time the name was Thanatos at that time. And time after that, a bunch of things happened that I don't want to get into details because I moved from the US, and afterwards I came back. Afterwards I came back to Puerto Rico again because I wanted to try something different. When I came back to Puerto Rico, I had like the ideas of the first EP or official recordings and stuff, and in which I started like gathering people, musicians, friends, and well, we did the first gig. Our first gig was on the Blacken, that was like a black metal fest, really fucking epic black metal fest when everyone joined together. All the black metal bands from PR that was like a little bit shut off, they joined together and they decided to join together. That was like a brutal show, like it was a Serpentarium, the band, Argyle, Humanist. That was like a killer show. We shared things and that was like brutal. Like really good experience about it. So afterwards, at that time, I stayed like 4 years in PR, so I had the chance to play in a couple of more gigs and stuff. And afterwards, I moved on again to the US. So the thing is that so far, I cannot tell details right now because I'm not active inside the black metal scene in PR. But one thing that I can say is like PR have talent. Black metal, I have no idea right now what's going on, but there's like really good bands that have like do an awesome job from PR. Obviously, I'm living here in New York upstate right now, so obviously I have now my side project Amok as well. Since I moved on again to the US, I started recording my own music and stuff. Obviously, like, it's not usual to see black metal bands here. Right. Second, I'm a little bit picky musician. Right. So, and it's like not quite, like normal find people who play black metal or like black metal here. So I keep recording by myself many times. What I usually do is that I record the music, do everything. When I do live shows and stuff, I gather that the musicians from the best musician options that I can find, and do the gig in the like a good performance and show. So as I say, I have not been like lately. I have been aware of the black metal scene a little bit, of course, because Niohoggr, my band, belongs to the Puerto Rican black metal scene. Right. But active right now, I am not quite informed about it. But that in PR, yeah, there's a strong movement of black metal, at least at years ago, like I would say like in 2004, all that shit was crazy. People sometimes don't think that in Puerto Rico move the black metal. Puerto Rico move black metal, pretty
Right.
bad. But the thing, that like the black metal is like it's not like in my opinion, in my experience, black metal is like a little bit style of metal that is like really close. We want, we with their music, we're a little bit reserved, in on site and even in the shows, in the gigs. That usually that the people that go to enjoy the shows, they go there to support, but not all the people are like, have the balls sometimes to be in a show where you're gonna get full of blood and shit like that, like.
Right.
But yeah, PR as well is like really good. Yeah, the metal scene is really good. But right now, I'm here in the U.S. So right now I'm like working in my productions and music. As I say, I start recording by myself, and obviously I don't trust labels or records and stuff like that. I'm
Right.
little bit I'm really picky. So the thing was that after a couple of years, that was like if I don't forget about it, that was like in the 2012 that I create Summer Wolf Legion, Summer Wolf Productions at that time.
Right.
So I started recording my music, doing everything, doing the gigs by myself, everything. After a while, I changed it to Summer Wolf Legions. So I had the chance, so I started helping other black metal, raw black metal bands underground that they were beginning now. So as I know, how hard sometimes is, for beginner black metal, raw black metal bands, to move ahead.
Yeah.
So I start giving the chance, to another band that want to to get involved in the black metal, because there's so many guys that some bands sometimes that they get like discouraged sometimes. Oh no, that there's no support and things. That's bullshit. It's like any other style of music. So
Right.
with Somber Legion, I started like helping people, doing promotions and promotions from to PR through underground Florida. I started like helping them, like spreading a little bit more wide open to other countries now.
And also,
But
countries, I did notice that Nisor is also very recognized not only here in the States or in Puerto Rico, but I did heard that you guys are very well known, I would say, in Central America, which is in Mexico. Also in South America, there are some countries that you guys
yeah,
are very well known, and some
yeah,
parts in Europe. Now it's amazing to even talk about this a lot because since we've known each other for so long, and also we've
yeah,
worked together. For example, your iconic album, which I happen to say is one of your best, your best projects I've ever heard, which is Direct of Dial. I had
yeah,
the chance to hear it, and it blew my mind. Once I shared it to most of the people here in the States, they loved it. The question was for them, like, most people ask themselves, does Puerto Rico has a black metal scene? I always said to them, there is a metal scene. And yes, when I see metal scene in Puerto Rico, there is a metal scene. There's different types of metal bands in Puerto Rico. But one thing that I still don't quite understand, and the people wants to hear your opinion, is what is it with some bands in Puerto Rico that are trying to, mix up different genres, and then once they try to experiment, they end up calling themselves another type of band genre when they haven't started from day one? Like, what is it in your opinion that goes through their minds that some bands, for example, there are some bands that claims themselves they're black metal, but they play symphonic death metal. So I just don't quite understand why they say one thing and they play with the other. I just want to hear your opinion towards about that.
yeah. Well, in my opinion, it's like for me, it depends. Like the kind of knowledge of the person that we're dealing with. Because
Right,
like one thing is like Puerto Rico is an island.
right.
It's big,
We're a small island.
but the knowledge sometimes in music is like quite narrow to people sometimes. Like for example, like the people get like married to the commercial stuff. I don't want to name famous bands, but
Right.
they like get used to it. You know, like the thing is like people who really know black metal, what it's all about. For example, there's like branches of black metal, symphonic, depressive black metal, all that, and you know, in my opinion, you know, like music is, you know, the musician needs to define themselves and found themselves to what you're doing, really doing. For example, if you're symphonic metal, like black metal, let's say like Demo Warrior, for example, when Demo Warrior began, at first they were symphonic, yeah, they were like a little bit, but they were like pulling more to with black metal roots, you know.
Right.
Even so, that Chagra wanted to introduce the symphonic. That was something he wanted. He was conscious of that. But you cannot compare that to Dartron or to let's say Burson, you know.
Right.
Yeah, you know, like they wanted, you know, what they wanted. You know, so, you know, they were defined on what they want. In PR, in my opinion, you know, like they should be a little bit more aware what they're playing. Because, for example, I'm gonna tell you real easy. Nisak, I like I like the black metal, like the raw black metal. But in Nisak, I love like a little bit more, like a little more progressive black metal. That's why you hear grinds, you hear like a blast beats, you hear like
Right.
a melodic things. You know, like I like that shit about it. But in my side project, Amok, I sing differently. I throw more to the old stuff. So my
Yeah.
voice, it doesn't look nothing alike like in Nisak. Amok is raw black metal.
Right.
That was like from the roots black metal. Yeah, you know, like
Very
so I
authentic.
define
Very
myself.
hand work, all of that.
Yeah. So so my opinion in PR, honestly, Puerto Rico have talent, you know. But for what concerns to me, honestly, they should like pick better because the talent they have it, but they need to decide a little bit more on stuff. And I'm not trying to rule over anyone,
Right.
but you know, when you gonna do something, you gotta know what you're doing because what's going on is that like you're gonna brew a bunch of people, confuse people, and people are not gonna know about it, what it is,
Right.
you know, and that's the problem sometimes, you know. So that's my opinion about it. My opinion is like people should like get more knowledge about what they're playing at what, for example, black metal is because they're like there's like roots like symphonic black metal, like raw black metal, which is like the from their first stars. Like you know, like there's like different, but I don't know. I don't know. So
It's just yeah. I mean, it's very complicated because like
it
you know
is.
we do have talent, but the problem is that just like you said, they have to decide
It's the knowledge
what type of
sometimes.
genre. Exactly, they have to decide. They have to choose which genre do they
Hmm.
want to present and to express towards the audience
Yeah.
because I know there's a mixture of a lot of type of we love a lot of bands that are in
Yeah.
different genres and we want to mix that all into one. But the problem is
Yeah.
that if you have something that you're really good at, especially for one specific one, stick to it. Don't try to say that you're, for example, you're a black metal band, but later on when you're playing on stage, you're playing another type of genre that has nothing to do with black metal. So I got complaints about that like millions of times. But as Crystal Malice said, that she's right there. She says that black metal has different branches, and it's true. It
Yeah.
has different branches. It could be raw black metal. It could be atmospheric black metal. It could be
Yep.
satanic black metal. There's a
Yep.
lot of things to portray. I mean, as long as you're expressing, the energy, the inner demon inside you with black metal, that's what it's all about. And
Yeah.
it's
Totally
like
agree.
Skeleton Witch. Skeleton Witch is a black metal mixture with death metal, and I've never seen them with court paint, obviously, but
Yeah.
they do show it. They really do know what they're doing. And there's a band called
Yeah.
Hell. Unlimited, which is on my boys from England. I'm pretty sure they're watching right now. They have a mixture of black metal, death, and thrash, but they keep it more simple. They keep it right there. Like the technicality of black metal is right there. They haven't taken that away. When they say we are a
Yeah.
mixture of three genres, they have it right there. But
Yeah.
it's confusing to some people. Now,
Yeah.
one thing I want to know about you in this case, yes, Nisor has been around for a long time, but
Yeah.
Andromeda Curse and Amok. Now, those are two projects that you're working on. Two projects.
Yeah.
One, you're taking it to the old school roots, which is like from the beginning, for example, like Mayhem, Morbid,
Yeah.
Dark Throne, you name it. And when it comes
Yep.
to Andromeda's Curse, it's more
Yeah.
at the witchcraft black metal, which I have to say is fucking great. Which you actually have it alongside with your wife, Crystal Malice, which
Yep.
that's her name. Which, by the way, people, we're gonna have her very, very soon in the future. We're gonna have her in an interview as well to talk about that as well because we want to hear her side of black metal. So the question is, do you think that 2021 is the year in which we will get to see Amok or Nisor or Andromeda's Curse perform? What is your opinion about that?
Well, something that is for sure that for 2021 we're gonna have like the new album of Amok. The first song is like done already, so we're gonna have a new album from Amok. From Niohoggr as well, we're gonna have a new album that no spoilers, but the name is the Hidden Arcana. So that's the name of the song of the album. From Angerbola's Curse, I cannot tell because Angerbola's Curse is like the creation of my wife. So
Right.
I just play guitar there. She composed everything. She's the master. She's the head of the band. It's a black metal female black metal band, and
Which it needs to happen more often. There has to be more black metal females out there because
yeah, yeah,
otherwise
and
we need more.
in my yeah, and in my experience, to be honest, like I have seen so many black metal bands from females, and when you hear it, it doesn't sound like it. Not the appearance, no nothing. When you hear the vocals, I'm being honest. I have problem for being honest, too honest, so I don't give a fuck about it. I'm honest, so I prefer to be honest.
Right.
There's like female bands that they do not like push for what they are saying they are.
Right.
Angerbola's Curse, you can find that there, because in appearance, it's not just like a show off band, like. So for me, it's like an honor, to be part of Angerbola's Curse. Due to the case that I'm not really picky on what I'm playing, I like really honest with what I'm playing. And when we decided to do this, it was something that fooled me up really, really strongly. And it's an honor for me to be creating music with her. And her ideas, her concept completely about Anger Brothers Curse for me is killer. We haven't do like a live show on Anger Brothers Curse, but I cannot deny like I am really hoping,
Happens.
Sunday, yeah, that happened just to do that more than share. It's like a statement, just a statement of what like, for my opinion, female black metal is about. Because for example, like one of the bands that I have seen that I respect and my wife respect as well is Dark and Slaughter called. That band, female band, that's like killer. Like just a few black metal bands, like deliver what they say they are. Like sometimes there are many bands that doesn't deliver, and that's something that for some people that they just want to enjoy the show, good. But for
Right.
people that they know what is the style and what they want to expect about
Right.
that band, sometimes they say like like a little bit lost about it. Like, hey, what the hell? I thought that I want to go see a black metal band. You see it. So yeah. So for the 2020 Nisoc for next album and Amok as well. Under Blood's Curse, I have no information because I don't know what will be with Under Blood's Curse. I don't know if it will be some new material or not. I cannot say.
Which also, it's a great thing to talk about because if people are watching this right now, I did have the opportunity to work on both art covers for
Yeah,
Nisor, also for Andromeda's Curse, and currently
yeah,
right now working for the official artworks for Amok. So
yeah,
like the first time I had the opportunity to work on both of the artworks, the first one for Nisor, it was okay, I will be honest, but I said to myself, I think I can do a little bit more better. I think I can go a little bit more extreme. I think I need to
yeah.
make it more, stand out towards what the lyrics are saying. So when I presented to you the second, digital concept of the album
Yeah,
of
very
the Reign
sorry.
of Thy Elders, you were like completely blown away because you
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
loved the way it turned out. For Crystal Malice, she wanted it something to interpret it when it comes to witchcraft. So she said to me, just go crazy. Do whatever you think has to do with the concept of witchcraft. So what did I think of? I've seen a lot of horror movies, and the first thing that came up to my head was like, oh, I seen a movie called Witch. So why not have three witches looking at a hellfire and then a demon right behind them? Moment I sent that to her, she loved it as well, and that became also the artwork. So I guess the greatest thing about black metal, in my opinion, is the freedom of expression, not just about black,
yeah.
about anything in general. Which also that's another thing I want to talk about with you, like a question, is that like, do you actually believe that what's going on right now in this world 2020, do you think it should be all fucked up like Thorsten claims, like everything should be erased, all the human race that tries to destroy everything and uses religion, look how fucked up it is, they use religion in order to say that Jesus is our savior. 2020 is happening because Jesus wants that to happen. Like what is, I mean, I want to hear your opinion about that because I just
Uh,
don't understand why people put religion into what's going on in the world. I just don't understand why.
well, obviously I'm not Christian. That's something that is obvious. The second thing that my way of thinking, the the human being lost like the will, like the honest will to lead people, lead nations through a honor pathful way. So that died ages ago. So I am so misanthropic. Like I don't trust human people, human leaders, because in my point of view, it's gonna be a bull crap. No matter where you're gonna go, the human being is like the most stupid creature to fucking lead because they're always gonna go for money, they're always gonna go for powers, and they're gonna they're gonna forget completely about the people, but the well-being of people. Christianity, in my opinion, that is an engine. That's an engine since Christianism began. It didn't begin by a faithful, hopeful way, salvation path. Or said that didn't start like that. Like you go through history, and when you realize like the awful fucked up truth, you realize that Christianism was built to create a control, to create a fucking manipulation on people. With a fucking dogma and shit, indoctrinate people to don't say what is that. That's what I like most. Like for the black metal scene, on the black metal, more than the thrash metal and other style. No offense to any other band. For me, it's like more freely. Like for
Right.
example, like in black metal, I can like express myself as I want to, and like I am not under I am not a slave mind, about the spiritualism. I have my freedom, and I know what I
Right.
want to. So most people, fanatic Christian fanatics, they like for always under the fucking sword, like following, 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 and shit. And even this is some, I think like some discussion that it wasn't planned on me to talk, but technically the fucking government plays like that. The government plays with religion side to side. And obviously,
That's
you're
true.
gonna see 2020. They're gonna say, "Oh no, yeah, that we're fucked up. Oh no, Jesus Christ is coming." Fuck that. Like a message that I try to throw on Nisok, much more Nisok is like you should find your own path. You should find your own morals. Like don't fucking. You can't find your way. Don't lay down your fucking sword. Like keep going whatever you want to go, because religion
Right.
is like a fucking huge brick wall, and they
It
use
is.
that brick wall to many horrible things, and they do it in the face of people, and the people just like away. It's a fucking dogmatic fucking crap. So black metal for some people are different. Uh, for me, is freedom. It's freedom. It's freedom. It's like you're your own god. In a point of view, you are your own god. You decide whatever the fuck you want. You are the one who decide what the fuck is going on tomorrow, what is gonna happen tomorrow. You are the one who is doing that.
Right.
Not thinking. You know, you don't shoot like a crawl yourself in fear. Like I like
But
more like Nisok is more for empower people. For
exactly.
empower people not to back down, to stand the fuck up and keep going, no matter what. That's what I want to
Exactly.
push to people. I want to the message
Right.
about Nisok is like stand the fuck up and keep going, no matter what.
Right.
So yeah, we can get through this shit. Yeah, happened before. We can do it again.
I mean, it's incredible to talk about it because 2020. We have to be very honest. 2020 is a year with a lot of changes. It's a lot of things, but I always say, just like I learned from Andromeda's curse, she said that Mother Nature speaks, and it's true.
Yep,
Mother Nature,
yep,
Earth speaks for itself. It's
yep,
tired of torture. It's tired of chaos. We human beings, we
yep.
created war. We created political. We created things that makes this planet suffer. So
Mm-hmm.
it's what black for me what black metal stands for is that everything that's to do with atmospheric wise, it's tired of suffering. It's tired of the human race, treating this planet like it was some type of, like a playground for them when it's really not. But
Mm-hmm.
I always say this is revenge. This is revenge from Mother Earth. It's like, I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of suffering.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys want to keep doing this shit? All right, then let's see what you got. So I always say
Yep.
that no disrespect to those who lost their family and friends from COVID-19, because it is a very, very tough situation where we're living in.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, here in the United States, where you and we live in,
Yep.
I'm pretty sure there's some people out there that voted for Trump, and I'm speaking my own point of view because we all have freedom of speech. I get to say what the fuck I want. You get to say what the fuck you want. But in my opinion, Trump Trump supporters are the major reason why the COVID-19 is still going. It's because they don't wear a mask. They fucking don't give a shit. They think they can control everything. They are unstoppable. And not to compare here, because I know there's some countries also around the world that may think of the same way as they do, but in this case where we live in, there are some people that are fucking ignorant. Let's just be very honest. And if people doesn't like what we have to say, then fine. They don't have to like it, but at least respect it. And that's the problem. They don't fucking respect it. They don't give a shit. So why should we give a shit to respect them what they think? So it's like me wearing this shirt. If I go to any place minding my own business, guess what? An old lady or an old man is gonna curse me and send me to hell because I'm wearing a shirt that does not represent their religion, and it's offend to them. It's a sin. I'm committing a sin. I'm the Satan worshiper, whatever the fuck they want to call me. And I laugh because that's how brainwashed the human race is. But that's
Yep.
why black metal needs to keep growing more. It's because black metal
Yep.
needs to keep growing more in an extent of saying, fuck you. We don't give a shit what you think. You don't like what we do? You can go suck a dick. Whatever you want to say. Fuck off.
Mhm.
I'm saying this right now because it's the truth. I mean, it's the truth that we're facing these sort of this sort of immature mindset, and I just want to keep it clear to everybody. Even when we're doing a professional interview, we have to be very honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Draco, also something I really want to ask you is, what do you expect to see in the Puerto Rican metal scene? Do you honestly believe that the Puerto Rican metal scene can grow stronger and can actually refine its detail? And also, there are some people around in Europe and also in South America and Central America that knows about the Puerto Rican metal scene. Especially, they know you a lot. I mean, Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of
No,
messages
Mexico
from
have been like
people.
awesome support.
I mean,
Mexico, Ukraine,
Ukraine,
hmm
you fucking Ukraine, man.
Ukraine,
I can't.
Mexico, Sweden. There's people that support really strong Niohoggr, and Russia as well,
Russia.
Netherlands,
I mentioned Russia.
Netherlands, some part of Norway as well. But I think that the more like big supporters that I have is Italy, Ukraine, Mexico strongly, which I have the chance to talk to a couple of them. That they want to see Nisa in Mexico. But obviously, due to the situation, it's not gonna be able to.
Not gonna be able.
But yeah, but I think that sadly it's not on me to say what I expect of the Puerto Rican metal scene. One thing is like for sure, like they have like a talent, like a brutal talent there in PR. You know that the thrash metal different branches in PR are like really strong on that.
They're growing.
But
They're growing strong.
yeah, but on the black metal ground, I cannot tell, because like you know, in my opinion, if they have talent, like if they want, they can do it. At least from the time that there was a bunch of band who didn't give a shit and they just let's throw a show and fuck that shit. And the venue, fuck it. Let's find venues.
True.
So they have balls about it. No matter what the fuck was gonna happen about it. And even that I played like a brief time in PR, like I have an also experience there. Like at least I got like a good feedback from the black metal at the time that I played in PR. Like the bands, the people supporting, they were really good. But
Right.
I don't know. They should. I hope that they like get like solid. Knowing a little bit much more of the styles and deciding. I don't know. Better. The styles. What they want to play because they are good. They are really good. PR bands are pretty good, and there's people that are skilled there. But what I have seen is like the people like get a little bit intimidated about the in black metal because they forget one thing: black metal is not commercial. Black metal is like it's about the message. In both of my bands, Niohoggr and Niohoggr, it's about the message. I don't give a fuck about what people say. I don't know how much people are gonna go and gonna do fucking chaos on the show.
Exactly.
That's my message. That's my message, and with that, I'm good and fine. I'm good and fine. I'm like pleased with that. Yeah. People like the black metal, good. If people doesn't like black metal, I don't give a fuck about it. Go outside and smoke a fucking cigarette about it.
Exactly.
Black metal is expression. In my point of view, black metal is the expression of the band. So you don't have to be aware. Oh no, like have like a few people or something. Fuck that. You just play. You do what you need to do, and you're good to it. Like
And I
that's
think,
like the awesome thing. In my point of view, that's the awesome thing. That I don't have to be aware of what people thinks about it. I do what I want, and I don't mind at all.
I mean, it's true because I mean, there's me, you, and I. We're both from the island. I mean, it's true what we both say. There is a lot of huge talent in Puerto Rico, especially like the different genres, like you mentioned, like my boys Fulminator. They're dominating right now. They just unleashed a new EP, which is fucking amazing. I mean, they kept that. They are one of the biggest examples of keeping the concept the way it is. They play thrash, but they have a feeling of of guar and some suicidal tendencies to it. So
Yeah,
they kind of created that. Out of Hand. The band Out of Hand started out by my boy Randy Fuentes, who used to be in Dementium, and then he formed it. By that time he formed it called Point Blank, and due to some issues, which right now he's having a further future with Dementium. Thanks to him, Out of Hand started with Joel and everybody else, and then along comes in what Calamity, then comes
yeah,
Zafacon. Zafacon, well, unfortunately, Zafacon just reached to their level of, well, I don't know what the hell happened to them, but what I really love about Amok, Anjabras Curse, and Nisor is that they stay underground. They keep it
yeah.
the way it needs to be. They don't go. I know you don't go commercial. You don't. What we're
Mhm.
doing right now, this is not for publicity. This is more about speaking the truth.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
You about the music in general, especially for the black metal community. I know we got some people here that are watching that are into black metal as well, and
Yeah.
they might say, "Man, this guy gets it. He knows exactly what he's talking about. Draco,
Oh
he's not
yeah.
bullshit. He knows what he's talking about."
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's so amazing. But honestly, what I really want to know is what which band got you interested on saying this is what I want to do. I want to like, express myself towards black metal. What was the band that influenced you to go
Dark
beyond?
Funeral. Dark Funeral.
There you go.
That Dark Funeral like pushed me a lot because it's like from Dark Funeral I got influenced because like they don't give a shit about it. For example, when I started listening to Dark Funeral, obviously Caligula was on the vocals,
I remember.
and they are like with the all albums and stuff. They express it. I see it as they express it. Like Satan's way of think and be. Like they have like no, they have like nothing like holding them to express themselves.
Right.
When I hear this song, fucking Bobby's con Satanas, it blow my mind. It's like holy fucking shit. Because they're like push me up on that on the more you got me influences as well, but the more you got me influenced a little bit about the old stuff, not the new
Right.
stuff.
Right.
The
It
old stuff
doesn't real. Yeah, it's not
was
good
like
enough.
brutal because like in Niohoggr, even the vocal influence of Niohoggr, I got influenced a little bit by Shagrath, for example, the vocals of Demon Warrior. But strongly was like Dark Funeral, like a little bit of like a strong influence about them on the weight of not B. I will not say of B. Like I don't know, Dark Funeral things like this are gonna be like that. No, no. Like I think like I'm gonna respect any black metal band. For example, I did Niohoggr. Niohoggr has my black metal band style. Like how I want it to be. For example, I play a couple of shows in PR because I didn't want to. I planned that because I plan like
Right.
I play in PR. I'm gonna throw the message, and after that I'm gonna keep working with my job. Like honestly, I don't crave and I don't want to be playing all weeks. all the time, or getting, for some people, like they have the chance to work to get signed by Metal Blade Records and stuff like that. Oh well, that's like awesome for them, because that's what they want to. But in my personal opinion, that's not what I want to. Like I work with my music, and I throw my music whenever I want, how I want it. I don't depend on no one. I don't need like a big label about it, because I don't want to. Like, it's not that it's not active. It's that I want it to be like that. That's how I work. So because from my point of view, black metal is not commercial. Like the people that follows and support Niohoggr, those are the ones who I am concerned about it. But I don't want to be like a commercial band that you can hear every day on the radio and stuff like that. That's not what I am aiming.
Right.
So among Niohoggr, that's what I'm looking for. Influence that push me much more to music, Dark Funeral all the way. In music and many details about it. But that let's say that inspiration like make me work my way to brew what Niohoggr is all about now.
Right.
And after a while, I brewed another concept completely to brew amok, and that's what I've been doing about it. So yeah.
I mean, and also something that just brought me up to that attention now that you mentioned about, doing your own thing and keeping it the way it is. But do you know how many times I've been to some show regarding about, I'm in Florida. This is the birthplace of death metal, obviously. That's why it's called Underground Florida. But there are a lot of people that I've seen that wears black metal shirts and they have absolutely no idea who the fuck they are. I've seen men, guys and girls, because it's not just guys. I see guys and girls wearing black metal shirts. And the most common ones I've seen is fucking Mayhem, or fucking Behemoth, or fucking Satyricon, or Gargoyle. And they have absolutely no idea who they are. So my question is, just like Vincent just said right there, he said posers. Why do you think people does that kind of shit? Is it because they're trying to get into the music, or they're just trying to pretend like they know shit, or to look shit when they really don't know shit? Like, what is your opinion about I just don't understand why people does this sort of shit. If you don't know the band, don't fucking wear the shirt. And if you don't know music, don't fucking listen to it.
Yeah,
Don't say shit
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
But that's the thing. When you
Many
say
people, many things came to my mind right now, but I'm not gonna unbalance myself in about saying everything, But people that, in my opinion, like that, those are like ignorant ways, like, it's stupid. If you don't know a fucking band, do not fucking use the fucking shirt. That's like my opinion. Like, I am not that like that amused about, because if there's a shirt of a band, cool, but try to know what the fuck you're putting with. Like, that's a problem. That what it do is like fucked up the style sometimes. For example, now everyone knows fucking Mayhem because of the movie Lord of Chaos right now. That was
thank you.
a fucking book at first, and well, the movie came out, and now everyone knows about Mayhem because he is a fucking book. From a book into a fucking movie, so everyone knows about Mayhem about a fucking movie. That's why I say that people need to research a little bit more about bands. Because wearing a shirt that you don't know and stuff, for you, I don't know. For them, it could be cool, but sometimes let's say for the style movement, the fucking black metal, for example, or something, it's gonna grow like weak sometimes. It's gonna weaker that fucking branch of metal, because we are kind of with people who doesn't know what the fuck they're wearing. So, I'm sorry, well, those are fucking posers. Those are fucking posers, people that they should not. If they do, I don't give a fuck. that's the thing. But fuck,
And it's
yeah,
so,
I,
and it makes me laugh because there are some people out there that said they are huge when they're like, "Oh, I'm a huge black metal fan." The first thing
yeah,
I like to tell them, I said, "What's your favorite band?" Which I know the answer. I'm like, "What is your favorite band?" They always say the same answer: Mayhem. I'm like, "Is it because you watched the Lord of Chaos movie?" I said, "You do know that movie
yeah.
is
That I know
is."
about Mayhem.
I said, "You do
And
know
all the
that."
respect, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said,
and
"You
no
do know."
disrespect, yeah, because I have seen Mayhem a couple of times, and I like respect Mayhem, the work, their what they pass through, through their history and all that, really brutal, but it made them what they are right now. Like they still, for me, they're awesome musicians, like awesome, awesome band on that,
I
but
I mean,
but damn.
guys. I even tell them you do know that movie Lords of Chaos is not 99% accurate. There are
Yeah,
there are 80% or 85% that is fake, and there's like a
yeah,
small portion that is true. So don't pay
yeah,
attention to what the Lord of Chaos said. Even Necro Butcher said that the movie is bullshit. He said it's stupid.
yeah,
It's not real.
yeah,
So I still don't understand why people does that shit. But anyways, let's just support
yeah.
that.
I know.
But oh my god. Draco, this is incredible to do this because we've been friends for so long, but at the same time, we step the friendship aside and we focus on the music right now, just like we're doing right now.
Yeah,
And I know we got a few minutes left, so let's make one last question, and let's make this question very important. So the last question, very important of all, is what do you expect to what do you expect for Amok and for Nisor to do when it comes to the new album that you say you're working on right now on both bands?
yeah.
What do people are going to expect, and why should people listen to both of your bands? Like what do we expect for both of them?
Well, from I would say like from a mock, it's gonna be like more like a little bit more. It will be like a little bit more brutal than the first one.
Right.
In many concepts on the message as well. It's just gonna be like a little bit more like a little bit more drastic
Right.
of a message. Musically speaking, about Niohoggr, the upcoming album. It will be like a little bit. It's gonna be like a little bit more, not different, but it's gonna be like a little bit more strong in message as well. So I tried to do like the 2020 fucked up, 2021 new albums. I wanted to be like more extensive and like more brutal. Like the message on it, the message and music. Like it's gonna be like a little bit more. Like it's gonna be a little bit more of everything, I guess. That's how we're doing. So yeah, it will be brutal. So that's why.
And I'll be honest with you, I am not a super freak of black metal, but I respect a lot the black metal scene because not only because it's they're part of the metal genre, but it's because the black metal scene for me in my opinion focuses more about the rebellion against religion, against politics. Even though there's some bands out there like thrash metal bands, I always say that thrash metal sticks to the politics, death metal sticks to the horror and the gore, the passion for horror films, but black metal for me is more about political, religion, and the torture existence of terrorism in the human race. So, three things you guys focus on, not just religion. I'm giving the middle finger because that's how we think of religion.
Yeah.
But it's amazing to do this because I just want the people to understand that this is not about looking for fame or anything like that. This is about talking about the real shit. This is the real deal.
The message on it.
And thanks to you also because not only Underground Florida has officially reached to 1,000 views or 1,000 followers. You are, of course, Nisor. You are, I would say I don't want to say the last interview of 2020. You're the mid last interview of 2020 because I'm thinking about adding one more band into the final stage of 2020. So that way, 2021 can be the official year in which I hope everything turns back to normal or a little under control. We get to see bands still undertaking. We get to see more of what the band has to offer. And like I said to most people, I am officially working on Amok and Nisor, also in Jarvis Curse. I'm working all three of them. So I can't tell you guys exactly what I'm working on or what we're working on because it's, obviously it's a surprise, just like Andromeda said. So, anyways, it's just a great time to actually talk to you about this because we just have to set the
Yeah,
record
here
straight
too,
on
bro.
everything, you know? Right now, I think we only have, I want to say, okay, we got 10 minutes. So, Draco, first of all, thank you very much for taking your time. I do
Yeah, man.
appreciate
You,
it very
you
much.
too, bro.
Thank you for taking the time to actually say, hey, I'm gonna, just see what's it's all about. We talked about this for a long time, and it has
Yeah.
finally ended. We finally did it. We finally are here talking to people. Um, and we're gonna keep it up. We're gonna keep posting everything what you guys do. Andromed's Curse, Amok, Nisor, everything you guys do. We're gonna keep posting it. We're gonna
Yeah,
keep,
bro.
showing a lot of support. We're gonna show you major respect. We're gonna make sure people checks you guys out. People, if you guys are watching this, please make sure you actually follow Nisor on and Amok and Andromed's Curse on Bandcamp. It's pretty easy. Just go on the link below. I will give you the link below. You guys can find them on Bandcamp. And Draco, I do appreciate your time, man. So
Oh,
thank
thank you
you very
too.
much.
Thank you too. All right.
All right, take care, my brother.
All right. Take care, brother.